It's time for our Live at 5 here on Monday. We're joined by Susie Frejus from the Long-Term Ombudsman Program, correct? And we are
Long-Term Care.
Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program. It's very exciting to have you here. We appreciate you stopping by. And we have a call for volunteers as well as some knowledge about your program you'd like to tell our viewers about. So would you like to take it away?
Exactly. First of all, I'd like to thank you for having us on behalf of the residents who feel like they've lost their voices because they're in nursing homes and assisted living facilities. The Ombudsman Program, if you emphasize the bud, it's easier to say. The Ombudsman Program is actually an advocacy program for people living in assisted living facilities, nursing homes, and then we're mandated to go into adult day health care programs when there's suspected abuse. It's part of the Older Americans Act, and we are a mandated program. Each state has to have a long-term care ombudsman program. So the program got started in the 65, early 70s when Medicare and Medicaid started paying for nursing homes. All of a sudden they saw an increase in profits and lowering in care. So they did a couple projects, pilot projects, to start the program. And the reason why we use advocates is because we're not paid. We work for the residents. We cannot act unless they give us permission. So if I go in and investigate something and the resident says, no, I don't want you to say anything for fear of retribution or retaliation, we're trained to try and encourage them to speak up, but if they say no, we can't. So that's the importance of the advocacy and the being the volunteer part of it.
And at this time, you're putting in a call for potentially more advocates and more volunteers. So can you tell us about that opportunity if folks want to get involved with this?
Absolutely. Currently, we have 6 skilled nursing facilities, which include Garberville to Del Norte County. We have 16, we just lost one, assisted living facilities for the elderly. We currently have 1,100 beds, which means a potential for 1,100 residents in these facilities. Most of these residents are very, very ill and very fragile. So we need people in those facilities minimally once a week to connect with them, for them to get to know us and trust us, and for us to investigate allegations of abuse, and also to monitor to make sure that they're getting the care that they deserve and are entitled to.
And as you're taking a look at the information on your screen here, is this open to anybody if they'd like to get involved to pick up a packet in the application?
Absolutely. There's a 40-hour training program that's pretty intensive, but we go from the beginning of how the program got started to investigative techniques, and then we shadow a senior volunteer.
Wonderful.
So we really, really need advocates, and we need people who are able to get into these facilities minimally a couple times a month.
Wonderful. Well, you all just saw the information on your screen. Susie, we hope you have a great turnout of support for other advocates and volunteers for this. And of course, we'll be able to post that information online and to our website here as soon as we finish the newscast. Susie, we appreciate your time this evening, and we'll send it to break with more news coming up after this quick break. Stay with us.
Thank you.